ways of saving Slark, and I think Charlie should carry.
I can't hear you.
Have fun coming out from some of these players. One thing I'm interested to see is if, back on this Tusk, will Pablo get a kill? He went 0-6 and 38 in the last game.
I didn't even notice that.
That's,
okay.
Yeah. How crazy is that? That's probably the most assists without a kill ever. I know. Especially with Walrus Punch, where you're knocking people out. You'd think it'd be impossible, but apparently the impossible is possible. As Kevin Garnett said one time, anything is possible.
30 seconds to battle.
Smart guy.
Yeah, but he said the wrong line. It was for an advertisement for a company, and he was supposed to say something else.
So let's see how much OG is going to be able to do in the laning stage, because they did lose laning stage 2 times in a row against Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, the definitely big start would be growing off that and not giving up the laning advantage, but Starbreaker on it too. Oh boy, it's not looking good. Already first blood. This one's for S4. And now Seb, he's also sitting low. Starbreaker in 6 seconds. First blood for Alliance confirmed. And the third game starts the same way once more.
Alliance getting that first blood. This time S4 will get it. Immediately picks up the Bracer. Just touch upon Slark against Luna matchup. There has been an upgrade to Luna with the Moonglade's shard upgrade. So you have you can activate it and then you have reduced damage by 20%. And you're those things that hit deal 75% of the damage. So it's not as bad as it was before. You do build into Pike, but then again, Slark gets on top of you. You'll need someone to control this Slark, and I'm not seeing this hero. Maybe with the Ether Remnant stun, vacuum, but still, I don't think these spells are gonna be enough to control Slark. Charlie getting pressured early on. Seb starting with Nature's Grasp. Early on, Slark not the strongest, even though he's playing into 2 melee heroes. He can't really do much. It's gonna be Hanskin who's gonna need to provide a bit extra regeneration in the lane, buying tangos, and maybe getting a trade kill. Because Treant Protector really strong in the laning. Oh, a mistake there from Seb.
Sounds leashing, but
took a shot or 2 from the tower.
Now Darkseer. It took a couple of shots from the tower. He ate a blood grenade. The right-click damage, almost giving up his life to the Slark. When we saw this Slark-Luna matchup, when Alliance was playing Nigma Galaxy, Slark, once he had Ags, that was it. Luna was done. Truthfully, so was everybody else, but...
You don't deal damage. He also picks up the Depth Shroud shard upgrade. There's nothing. There's not much that deals damage. So he can save people, he can save himself, which is most important. Ooh, that Pounce. If Pounce hits, Seb's definitely dead. Vacuum was on cooldown. Hanskin with 1 extra right click would do it.
BZM also, by the way, eating EMPs over from this Invoker. Going into the Earn Them boots. Will be interesting to see how that progression goes for Invoker. Void Spirit, of course, now the early Bracer, the universal hero that he is. We saw that Scotty in the last game, but that was second, third item there for BZM after a slow start. We're going to take out Kitrak's Courier. Starbreaker slams down onto the Venge, has Snowball, pulls in the Dawnbreaker, and it's going to be a Lucent Beam. Not sure it saves Kitrak, burning from the Celestial Hammer, and survives with 25 health.
Whew, needed a little bit of extra, maybe a Blood Grenade. Would finish off Kitrak, but he already prepped for it, has Healing Salve available.
First dive on DM, top lane. Pounce, leashing, vacuum back. Nature's Grass is down. Charlie taking some damage, but again, it's not really a killer lane here for OG.
Charlie itemizing differently, picking up Boots of Speed. I really like to see it. Wants to outrun, get away from Ion Shell, get away from Nature's Grasp, some right clicks from Treant Protector. Hanskin, he's behind him. Who picked up the Lotus? There's one available on Seb. Hanskin still needs to reset his abilities. Courier, gonna die.
That's an obs and also a ring of protection. So Seb losing out on that. Gonna be dead for a minute. As again, Alliance, just the laning phase for them is what's really just been so key, and we've said it a couple times already. But and it gives them that big advantage to start. Things become a little bit of a struggle here. So we'll see if OG can kind of hold on. Maybe they find an advantage somewhere. If BZM gets to a quick 6, he's ahead of this Invoker by a couple. But now bottom lane, like, you lose Kit Track. S4 gets the kill. They stop the Starbreaker with the Lucent Beam. And it's Alliance getting something more. I don't really see a lane in which OG get a kill on without the help of BZM coming over.
Yeah,
right?
this happened in the past 2 games. BZM needs to rotate to salvage some of these lanes. They might get like kill on Hanskin when they go for a kill. So it's a return kill, but setting things up, especially in the top lane, is much more difficult. They cut down all the trees already, so Seb doesn't have the angle to go on Slark. And this is Power Treads completed on Charlie.
Yuragi, Celestial Hammer, Snowball, Magic Missile. He's holding on health-wise, but the damage isn't quite there. And Hanskin comes and does this again. He did this in game 2. Comes through the twin gates and they get the kill on Yuragi. This is the exact same thing. And they might get more. This is exactly what they did. They got Yuragi. They had gotten a couple more kills. I think they cleaned up all 3 last game was the difference here. But taking out the carry again is huge, and it leaves Sark's lane free.
Yeah, because what he did was went through the gates and then came back to lane, came back one more time. And let's see if they stick around. Pablo a bit low on HP. They left S4 alone. They have decent amount of stuns here. Kit Track needs to get close.
Nature's Grasp. Celestial Hammer, though. Can't catch this Dawnbreaker. So, 1,000 net worth lead. Getting towards that 7-minute Wisdom Rune in a minute. But they're coming back towards bottom. Pablo's coming with Hanskin. They see Kit Track.
Snowball will connect.
Oh, hit him at the last second. That's another one. This is how the supports got ahead in that last game, too. They were able to get kills and doing it as a duo.
Charlie alone top, so he knows that he can't die. Like these 2 heroes are not gonna kill him unless he makes some really big mistakes.
Mid. Whoa, BZM trying to fight, but there's a double damage. They go for the snowball. Oh, it hits! BZM dead! Oh, dear. It's a 2,000 net worth lead. 5-0 Alliance.
Slark is level 6 now. Charlie, he went through the gate, so he's also chasing. He wants Yuragi. He wants his Agi.
Dead. Yeah. Give me the permanent Agi. Pounce, leashing, tower, who cares? He's got himself that ult. Tornado comes in, dancing on the body and grave of Yuragi.
Yeah, Yuragi is my Agi now. He goes through the... They're using these gates really well. Observer Ward also placed by Hanskin. Things are falling apart for OG. Like, this type of lineup is very difficult to play from behind.
Which is an interesting pickup then, considering the fact that they haven't been able to win a laning phase.
Yeah, we've seen it. Like, we've seen it before. They were supposed to be strong during nighttime. Luna providing them with extra 15 damage with 3 points in Lunar Blessing. That benefits a lot for Void Spirit. And BZM, he's trying to make his first move, picking up Bounty Rune, but doesn't have hero to play with here.
Not gonna avoid the EMP, but only with the Astro Step away. Charlie. Pouncing, wall, committed, and Yuragi's here. But look at the turnaround. Solar Guardian, DM's dead, 7-0. Looking for Charlie. Sunray, though. Hanskin keeping him alive into the Shadow Dance. They can't kill this Slark. They can't kill anybody. They don't have a kill yet, and they're now running away. BZM, what do? You don't have an Astral Step. You're buying some time, but time is out.
And this is what we
Pablo
mentioned.
getting a kill.
Not able to get the kill on Slark. So many saves. Just that one value point in Sunray making the difference there, keeping him alive. Spark of Courage underneath the tower, getting that extra armor, getting extra regeneration, swapping power treads to strength. All these little things added up, and OG, they still don't have the kill on the board.
Pablo, after going 0-6 and 38, he has a kill. He's 1-0-6. The last two games, his kill participation, his involvement has been insane. At least now Luna gets a Spark of Courage.
An interesting choice on S4. He has 3 different builds that we've seen so far on the Dawnbreaker, now going for Meteor Hammer. I guess the reasoning is pressure the tower. You are playing against Treant Protector, so these towers, they seem like they're not gonna die, so you want to have that extra oomph.
I think if they make Immortals this year, you gotta give Dawnbreaker the Meteor Hammer cosmetic. Pablo, Snowball, Dissimulate, and dead. So they get on the board, 8-1. Finally getting something done here. It's Roche. It'll be spotted in that ward going down.
Charlie has Diffusal Blade, 10 minutes, Power Treads, Diffusal. Watch out for that. He's gonna be making the moves, getting the ganks going.
What do you do here if you're Luna? Sunray, again, BZM just getting pressured mid. This Spirit Vessel was finished early. 2 charges on it, now going into the Midas for the Invoker. Gonna try and get this tier 1 tower. They're at least gonna get a kill here onto Seb. Nowhere for him to go. Even thinking about throwing the shards at Kitrak to get the stop on that. As Hanskin's gonna tip Seb. Emotional damage is starting to come through. BZM's nearby. Magic Missile, wall down, but
for now,
where's the vacuum? They've got 4 heroes nearby. DM, he threw the wall down, but they don't get anything out of this. Now they've got the swap. Pablo, he's still surviving. He's got Snowball in 8 seconds. He's very vulnerable, but they can't get anything. Icarus dive through the wall. Hanskin, he's surviving. Blood Grenade thrown over on a Kitrak. Nobody dead.
This could have been a disaster for OG. Tornado and Solar Guardian weren't really connecting together. But these heroes are extremely difficult to kill. OG, they need to commit heavily, and also having a Dispel mechanic with Tornado against Living Armor, Ion Shell, Surge, Resonant Pulse. This is just going to be huge value. Slark, Diffusal Blade finished, but didn't decide to join yet.
But he's moving. He's here with Pablo. EMP Tornado, that lands on a BZM who will dissimulate to avoid the EMP. Aether Remnant. Oh, Snowball pulling in this Slark. Now gets the Pounce leashing. Ice Wall down. They've got the swamp. That'll keep Seb alive. Shadow Dance from Charlie. Even with the Alacrity on him, they don't get a kill there. So at least that saves them from losing any heroes with the 2 permanent agility there for Charlie. And it is opening up space for Yuragi, who's got the Mask of Madness, but he's going to need a lot more in this game. All 3 cores need the net worth on the side of Alliance.
Any stacks for Luna, because lanes went pretty bad for them. BZM, again, making a move. He's the one who keeps them in the game. This could be the tower, but they're also making a move on a mid lane. Let's see if Chuen might find them with Tornado or with the shards. They found Seb.
Yep, Seb, Meteor Hammer, drop down. There's the glyph, and trying to heal it. But that won't work out. Only level 1 in the living armor. Looking like they're trading the tower, though. They at least get the trade. The scan comes through, connects on S4, and they retreat immediately. Scan comes through again. It's Pablo looking to make a move. Kitrak might be caught. Ob's placed down, and they see it in the sentry.
Gotta get dewarded immediately. Still trying to make a move on a mid lane. whoever they can find. Charlie farming very close to it. Yuragi just showed in the bottom lane. Needs the TP out. He's like, I'm out of there.
Seb? Nope. He's got overgrowth. I mean, maybe they could do something with that. But again, this matchup with the Slark v Luna is just...
It's not good. It's horrible.
DM almost has pipe. Track. So getting a D ward. So they are getting some gold that way. It's just the 2,000 net worth lead right now for Alliance. Mid though, Seb caught by the tornado and the snowball. Sunray, Walrus Punch, Ice Wall, Ice Shards. It is a cold day to die for Seb.
Just getting warmed up.
They need BZM. Like, they need to get some farm for Luna as well. Like, Yuragi, he's farming okay. He's second on the net worth at the moment. It's just that there's so many counters that he's playing into. Even if OG decides to, like, go in, try to pump in some damage, there's going to be a lot of saves. Solar Guardian again, Snowball, Tornado, Slark, who just finished off Echo Saber after Diffusal Blade. So they're going to be hunting. One thing I liked particularly about Pablo is that he picks up this early Blink Dagger on position 4. We've seen it on Shaker. We've seen it when he played Tusk against Nigma Galaxy. And also getting Trusty Shovel in most of these games. So he can dig up Bounty Runes, find Kobold, get some extra gold going from that one.
S4, he's caught in a weird position. Starbreaker avoided Dissimulate, and that will get the kill. Good gold to get. 421 there for BZM, who really needs to be the savior of this team.
Yeah, almost a funny number. Charlie, he knows that there is Observer Ward. We'll get the D ward. And the Sentry as well. Yuragi is very close, so is Seb.
They're coming through the Twin Gate with Kidtrack, as well as BZM. Maybe they could find Charlie being greedy and farming close, but he knows, he senses it and just leaves.
Invisibility.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Everybody
attack.
down here for the side of OG. The smoke's there, Seb's farming. He's trying to get himself a 4-staff early on. But BZM, DM, and Kidtrack, they're smoked as a trio. And they're not finding anything. Trying to leave Yuragi to just farm. He's going into the Hurricane Pike. Almost has the gold there for that, which is nice. But again, he kind of needs to be an item or two ahead of Slark.
Yeah, and Slark just TP top, which revealed Observer Ward on the high ground. Let's see if Hans can divorce that immediately. Yes, he does.
Immediately, yeah. And now they're going through the Twin Gates thinking that OG was down bottom, which they were, but they won't be, and they just keep moving around the map.
Dire's
They're one
middle
mid.
tower is under attack.
I'll give the one going after it. They have TPs available on Alliance. They just use the Twin Gate to go over bottom. So not near this tier 1 tower, and it will be Yuragi just focusing his attention to get it. And nobody contesting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
Dire's middle
Still
tower
keeping things
has
even.
fallen.
OG managing to get some farm. They're building these auras. 4 points in Leech Seed, so they want to group up. Darkseer has Pipe available, going into mech next. Alliance even losing some of that early advantage that they had.
Yeah. It's now kicking back towards even, but Meteor Hammer bottom. They're putting pressure on the tier 2 tower.
Dire's courier has been
Charlie and S4 are down here as S4 loses his courier. TP over from Seb. He's got overgrowth, but he needs an immediate addition. Right click comes in with the shard, so S4 now on the run. Starbreaker and Invoker is here to help out. Tornado comes through on a 2. S4 with the Celestial Hammer, not gonna matter. Now they've got the swap into the Invoker. They use that overgrowth and they've got the control. Shards aren't gonna block anybody out because he's already dead, and Yuragi gets a double kill. That was the Eclipse used on that fight, getting him both kills, and Alliance, maybe a little, not maybe, definitely a little bit over greedy from S4 to stay there.
Yeah, so Charlie was very close, but this is the time where you want to take a fight. Use night vision from Slark to get some advantage, because he's super farm, but they might also wait until he gets Aghanim Scepter, which he is just 1,000 gold away after he disassembles Echo Saber. So this might be the timing. Dawnbreaker, like this Meteor Hammer. They pressure the towers, sure. It's decent amount of stats, but we'll see if it actually like pays off. You might want to have a pipe. The build that he did go for in the Dawnbreaker 2 times in a row, it just gives him so much more tankiness.
Actually killed his courier as well. Yeah, I liked the previous builds. I don't know the whole reason to switch it up, but Meteor Hammer doesn't feel like it's doing a lot yet.
Oh, they noticed. They saw Lotuses getting picked up from the pool. So they know S4 is around here somewhere.
Celestial Hammer to try and run, but the Aether Remnant holds him close. They've got that root, Vacuum as well, and they'll get the kill on S4. It's Seb, you know, with this early purchase of the shard, they'd given him bottom lane to continue to farm as much as he could, and in doing so, he picks up the shard, which has been working out to get these kills. The crazy thing for me is Yuragi died in the lane, hasn't died since. He's been allowed to farm.
Did a really good job just dodging stuff. Charlie, Aghanim Scepter is completed. It's being delivered. I think it's time. Like now it's daytime. You definitely prefer to fight during nighttime with Slark. Also, Luna has night vision, so. But as a Slark, you definitely want to take a fight. Let's see how they're gonna go. If they're gonna be able to find anything. Seb, they did find him. Someone needs to plant down a sentry, and there it is.
Yeah, they'll get the vision. They also get a bounty rune that was dug up by Seb, I believe, with that trusty shovel.
Thanks, I guess.
So not just 316 plus 333, also 72 each. That's a very good kill.
Uh-oh. Radiant are using the scan, but they don't know. Charlie knows something is up.
Sar comes in. Immediately, they've got themselves the Solar Guardian that's going to come through, as well as the Snowball, but it goes to the BZM, who's out of the pit now. He's going to have an opportunity to go back in. They've got the Eclipse as well as the Magic Missile on Hanskin. They take out the Phoenix. The Tornado comes through. It doesn't land on anything but an illusion of the Slark. They take out S4. Down goes Pablo. 3 heroes down on the side of Alliance. And Invoker is on the run, and so is Charlie. So Roche is available for OG to take.
Yeah, we haven't seen Supernova like popping off in a 20-minute game, I believe. Also, them being slightly disconnected from one another, and like this is where your lineup is really good. So you'll want to be going 5-man strong. Your Luna does have Manta style available, I believe, and also Vengeful Spirit, just 1 point in Vengeance Aura. Darkshire, he's tanking up. Pipe, Mech, going into Blink next, so they want to take some towers now. Seb getting caught one more time.
Yeah, we're calling ambulance, but apparently not for him. Hurricane Pike, the damage. Charlie goes into the Shadow Dance, but BZM's here with not a lot of mana. That's a little bit troublesome, but he's got 10 charges on the wand, which he'll pop. Now they go to the Overgrowth. That's going to lock up the Invoker. They get the kill on the Twin, and now the look is Kittrack is getting low. The Celestial Hammer will
still
burn
living.
Kittrack, but not to die. He is still alive, and they still are taking fights and winning on OG. I mean, they went for Seb, and now they've got a 6,000 net worth lead. This game's really falling out of control very quickly for Alliance.
They might even push for the high ground. If they feel there's an opportunity for it, because everyone's gonna be full HP. One mech, Seb has a couple of healing cells using this Leech Seed, which is maxed out, so that's a ton of healing. Kittrack hits them with the go.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think you have to. You can't really let this game go too late against the Slark, right?
Yuragi, he wants to go. He's climbing uphill.
If you break the tier 3, you start to really get these glaives to bounce. Shards are going to block him in for a second. They're going to need a Slark to come back, but he's not in the base at the moment. The tier 3's in trouble. They've got the Cold Snap as well as the Tornado. There's the Walrus Punch, and they've got themselves the Solar Guardian coming down, but the Force Staff's going to be out of the circle. Pounce from the high ground. Leashes, he goes to the Manta, but can they get the kill on a Yuragi? They've got the Supernova on the high ground, but the damage on a Pablo. They get a kill there onto the Tusk. He's going to buy back immediately, and they'll take the Invoker, but the Supernova drops, and they'll take the Aegis on the hands of the Luna. So they go after Charlie. BZM sticking with
He's
him.
body blocking
Charlie
him. He got him.
Nearby, and body blocking the Pounce from leaving. Oh, the force F out of the high ground. Yuragi's still going. Hanskin forced to go away as they use the Walrus Punch onto the Luna, but they get the kill on Hanskin anyway. DM moving forward. Pablo under the tier 4s and still taking so much damage from Yuragi, but they will break the high ground, take the tier 3, and your base is open.
They're gonna go and clean up barracks 23 minutes into the games, and everyone's tipping Seb. Like, this sounds like his idea. And again, investing into all of these small items, now buying drums to amplify the damage. They're gonna go and take enemy Tormentor, pick up the shard. Let's see who gets it. Gotta be BZM. Okay, BZM's pretty happy about that one.
Seb bought his own, and then I guess, yeah, BZM before the shard was the second lowest.
BZM is 1,000 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter, switching things up, you know, building this Echo Saber to farm Manta style to get out of trouble. It's a good damage on Universal Heroes, of course, but he's gonna disassemble that Echo and get Aghanim Scepter so he can blink in, silence this Phoenix, silence Invoker, silence Slark. So they might even burst Slark from 100 to 0 if he's not careful enough. Also BZM with the God body blocks there, so the Slark can't get the Pounce going. Say it again.
Put him Pounce up out of the high ground. I'll say it again. He, you know, had godly body blocks to stop the Slark from pouncing up out of the high ground. It was insane. It really was. Like, that's such a, you know, usually you see it on like the Earth Spirit or something like that where you're trying to get in front of the roll. But BZM was just standing right on top of him, just clicking him. I'd love to hear what was going on in those comms.
The Savage too hyped up. He's like, he has a mech being built in his inventory. They already have full Guardian Greaves, now switching to Lotus Orb. Force Staff as well on DM to force people out of trouble. Yuragi,
Sark, he's spotted.
Butterfly.
Also going up into the high ground. Now they've got the Snowball. Pablo. All right. Meteor Hammer comes down into Yuragi. Got to remember, he does not have an Aegis this time around, so that second life is not there for him. He has to be a little bit more careful. Not a lot of mana. Not a lot of health left, but Guardian Greaves for DM are still up and available. Sark's just farming the mid lane, and he'll finally come back. Pounce gonna miss. Diffusal Blade's there. Yuragi in some trouble, but there's the Hurricane Pike to get some distance. The Tornado lands with S4 going in. Starbreaker swap, getting Yuragi out of harm's way, and they start to retreat, but they've got the Guardian Greaves. Do they want to make the decision to go back in? Yes, they do. Ooh, Aether Remnant doesn't grab this Slark, but they're gonna break this high ground over in the top lane and expose these racks. So the waves are going to start to bounce around.
As long as you have swap available to bail people out of trouble, Yuragi, look at those bounces. This is Butterfly we're talking about. They can get close.
Blink, Walrus Punch, Solar Guardian coming in. Yuragi's going to be force-stepped into the Solar Guardian. Oh no, vacuum wall on a 3. Yuragi's going to get low, but he's going to be force-stepped away. Oh, the shard, the last click from Charlie gets the kill. He goes into the Shadow Dance. They've got the Deafening Blast. That lands on a Seb. Meteor Hammer down into the creeps to keep these racks alive. But now Sunstrike looking for something. They don't land it on a Seb. He's able to get through the trees. He drops down the Leech Seed. He's surviving as S4 is going for him. The chase is on to DM. The Pounce leashes, and now they've got the Force Staff once again as well as the Surge. Seb finally dying to this Invoker. 4 heroes trying to chase. They get the Tornado that lands onto the Darkseer, and they will surround him and kill off DM. So a hold for Alliance. But they are starting to give up so much for just that little bit of a hold. They've only got melee racks up in the top lane.
Yeah, mana burn causing problems there. Yuragi did not have enough for Hurricane Pike. It's very expensive. I mean, this has been nerfed a couple of patches. Hurricane Pike 150 mana, and also Slark with the Diffusal Blade burning your mana. I'm not sure whose Force Staff that was. It was Hitrax or DMs, because there's no Force Staff available on side of Alliance yet.
Yeah. That put him into the Solar Guardian.
I think it's time to go.
His runes picked up.
I think they can try to go in one more time. This melee barracks is on a half HP. Roshan potentially respawning in minute and 20 seconds. When it comes down to like super late game, Alliance's draft is really good, but they are playing with the deficit.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's tough. I think the more fights you lose, though, things just get tougher and tougher. Like, and I say that, obviously, that's a stupid sentence, but I mean, the later this game goes, Charlie's giving his chance to come back into the game, right? Like, they had that huge 16,000 net worth lead. One fight, 6,000 net worth deficit taken back. Another fight, and I think Alliance are back into the game. Like, completely.
He does have Shard, he does have Shadow Dance. I don't think they can burst him from 100 to 0, so he can stay alive. Let's see what neutral item he's gonna find. That's gonna be Elven Tunic for him.
He's also got Depth Shroud now, so like it's kind of tough to hit him.
Tusk also getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter. That's Blink straight into Ags. No shenanigans, wants to kick people out. This is gonna be difficult. I think the OG's on the timer. They can maybe wait for next Roche to respawn. Seb spanning things out in this bottom lane.
That's kind of what I was alluding to with my poor sentence structure. You know, game gets harder if lose fight. Yes, Ben, that's how Dota works. Thank you.
Strong heroes good, bad heroes not good. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. They saw that S4 was nearby, and they bring people through the gate.
Radiant's middle tower.
They're trying to get a kill or a pick off knowing that this Roche is up soon. So I don't know if they feel comfortable in these fights anymore. Astral Step, it's going to be Charlie who they find. Magic Missile, look at the damage. Solar Guardian does nothing. He's dead for 65 seconds. S4 committed to this Solar Guardian, and now he's going to be hit with the Overgrowth and dead.
This Aghanim Scepter
That's insane.
pick up on BZM is making the difference. Like double silence on Slark. Even with him having Mage Slayer, it's still not enough, and they're pinging it out. They want to go. Roshan is going to respawn, but I feel like without Slark for 40 seconds, it's time to threaten the high ground. Kill this tier 2 tower on the mid lane. Vengeful Spirit Aura is being maxed out slowly, so that's a lot of damage. Like you have Lunar Blessing as well.
I might get that coaching session.
You might. It definitely looks like it. These buildings are melting.
They're in trouble. They're going to look at the Invoker. They've got the swap of the BKB being popped here, and now the damage is enough.
Not just the buildings.
Getting the kill, and now the tier 4 is taking damage too. Oh boy, you've got Charlie here for one last dance.
Can't improve until you make mistakes.
That's Megas. Like, their heroes are not good against Megas, and this Invoker's dead for a really long time.
Pablo goes in with the kick. Yuragi under the tier 4s, but the 4 staffs bring him all the way back. They get the kill on Pablo. Charlie, he just came back. Oh no, the wall's on top of him. The sword trying to shadow dance his way, doing the 1-2 step. But it might be a 1-2 step into my grave because that's Onskin, S4 dead, and Charlie next on the list. Everybody gone on the side of Alliance, and OG get the GG call from Alliance, and they take the series 2-1.
Oh man.
Oh my.
Tusk, he sold everything. Pablo sold his Boots of Speed, Magic Wand, everything that he had.